1. Hello!
Hi, I'm Judge James.
I'm Judge Evie.
I'm guest Lucy.
What's up?
What's up, guys?
Welcome to the show, guest Lucy. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
This is going to be awesome. I'm sitting back here with no controls over anything, so this should go well. Happy Sunday, everyone! And if you're as excited as we are, the season finale of Mayor of Easttown is in just like under an hour to go.
Murder!
It's all the murder you can dirter, and here for you and your sons and daughters.
I have to get the questions up. Wait.
We're getting questions?
I just haven't pulling them up.
Yeah, so Lucy here is from the Pittsburgh area, and how much gaming do you do, Lucy?
Not a whole, a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Give us your gaming background. This is like the interview Lucy section of the show.
I played DCC like once with you.
You did?
Yeah, one
When?
time.
When?
It wasn't really that serious. Back in Pittsburgh.
Oh, was it the game nights?
Whoa, no game nights.
What a time.
Woo!
I played D&D a lot, and
Yeah, you play freaking 5e.
You play D&D a lot?
Yeah.
Really?
yeah,
Which
Yeah.
D? You play 5e?
I don't know what that is.
It's 5th edition.
That's a yes.
What's your
Yeah.
D&D character? Share your character with the viewers.
Cleric.
All 5 of them.
3.
Cleric.
Your
Yeah.
character's name is Cleric?
No.
Is your character's class Cleric too?
I don't know. I haven't played it in a while. We play this other role-playing game. It's better.
Is it Rift?
No.
Is it Pathfinder?
Is it Pathfinder?
No.
Is it ElfQuest?
I don't know the name.
Is it Call of Cthulhu? All right. Well, we won't
Well-
torture you too bad.
That was great. Okay,
We're gonna move on here. Hey, just in case you want to see me in other places, if you didn't know, I was on the Saturday morning D&D show yesterday with Lucian and Jordan, and that was all kinds of cool. And that was a really good interview because those guys are awesome. Who is 14 Glasses?
that's Bab.
Hey Bab, I don't tell you, you know.
Suck it.
Oh, look at that. There, Lucy knew what to tell you.
You got trashed.
All of you are
Bab.
centrists?
That's rude.
What is up with this? Take off, yo. All right. We're gonna move into the All Judge Evie Presides.
Woo!
Wait, not All Judge Evie. I'm sorry, just the
Yeah,
Judge
no.
Evie Presides. My show notes are
Oh
crap.
my toe!
Just the Judge Evie Presides segment of the show. Judge Evie, go ahead and read the questions.
That's my school email. I don't want that.
Bab is saying hashtag not swag because that's poggers and stuff. What is your
Okay, we have a
generation
lot
say?
of questions.
Do you
but
really? I'll
should
read
we
them.
save the questions for next week?
No, let's do a couple of them. Let's do.
We have a lot.
How many do we have?
Well, we have the ones from last week.
Friend.
We have 3.
That's a lot of questions.
We have 7 questions.
7 questions?
We should
We
save
do?
them for next week. Oh,
Let's do one question. Let's do one
Okay.
question tonight.
Let's do one question. We can do an all question episode.
And then next week it'd be an all Judge Evie Presides
Do
episode.
a wrap too.
All right, let's do the wrap and the question. All right.
Okay,
One
we'll
question.
do-
One question.
Should we do the question? One of the questions from last week.
Yeah, do one of the questions from last week.
Okay, it's from Brian.
Ooh.
He said,
Ooh.
"Good evening, judges. We have the following questions for your consideration. If you are flooded with questions tonight, please feel free to roll a d4 and select 1 or 2 from the following."
Wait.
Oh, we can do that.
We have a D4.
Yeah, get one.
They're under here. I mean, I can't. Here, I'll get it. I'll get it. Just stay there. Hold on.
Hey guys, is that a fan or a friend?
Definitely a fan.
Are you talking about 14 Glasses or the person sitting next to me?
14 Glass is a fiend, not a friend.
That's true.
Oh, look at that,
Oh.
Bab. Oh.
The person next to you. Oh, it's
I rolled
fan.
a 3.
Fan
Definitely
behavior.
a fan.
I rolled
I'm
a 3.
I'm a stan.
I rolled a 3.
stan. Okay,
I'm a friend.
your comments on nostalgia and older game systems and settings were very interesting last week and motivated me to look for newer sci-fi games systems. Have you read and or run the new Dune game yet?
Judge
Yeah.
Evie, have you read it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When did you read it?
Last week. Yeah.
What'd you think of the book?
It was swag. I think.
I
What's
have the
the
new
thing?
Dune PDF. The book is not in print yet. At least I haven't gotten it in print yet. If
I
you
read
have,
the PDF.
that's awesome. I have flipped through it. I have read pieces of it. I did not read the rules to it yet. It looks gorgeous. It looks like it's very connected to the new movie coming out at the end of this year, which I think is HBO is going to have it. So I'm excited for the movie, and I'm excited to try the game. I'm a big Dune fan. I am reading through all of the Dune books again right now, and you know, there's something to be said for that universe. I still believe that you can't. That's gonna be a hard game to play without other Dune super fans.
Yeah.
Because I mean, just can you imagine me trying to explain to Judge Evie like Dune stuff? Like,
I already know it all.
yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I think I asked you before. Can you please define the golden path for me, Evie?
Hey, look, it's Beaker.
What, Evie? Next question on Dune. What is the life cycle of the sandworm?
Birth.
What was Liet Kynes' ultimate plan
We
for
have
Dune?
a rap from Greg, guys.
I got another question, Evie. Wait, you haven't answered any of these questions.
So it's a rap called the Dirge Sturges.
We're gonna rap this one too. We're not gonna try singing it. That doo last week was terrible.
You can rap too.
All right.
You can't say the words. That's my thing. So you have to like.
All right,
you
here we
guys
go.
can do it together.
We're gonna beatbox this. All right.
Be in sync though. You guys make it perfect for me to sing.
And a 1 and a 2 and a.
What's at home? What's the drone? Is a depression moan? Coming near to you here. Has your mistake become clear? These two sturges, stinging urges, with their wings created urges to fall down on the ground. Minds broken, filled with sound. Then the beasts can just feast on heroes who rest in peace.
That's actually not bad for not having read it yet.
That's true.
All right, folks, those were good. That was a good question. Brian?
You did it.
Hey, Eve, I have a question for you before we start the next portion of the show.
Yeah.
You have a question? What happens if a las gun hits like a shield in Dune?
So guys, we have a Shira topic tonight.
You just completely ignored that.
All right, topic tonight. I gave Evie and Lucy the control of what we're covering tonight, and they chose a piece of fantasy fiction, which is cool. You know, not something I watch, but something that they are both into.
Just a little bit.
And if I'm correct on this, so this is we're covering tonight Shira and the Princesses of Power on Netflix, right?
Yes. It is on Netflix.
So I'm going to leave it to the two of them to take over this part of the show, and I'm going to sit back and just hang out and make faces. So like what Evie does whenever I'm talking about subjects that she has no idea what I'm talking about.
That's what I do. Okay.
All right, Evie.
Okay.
Lucy, take it away.
Hi guys. So welcome to the Shira takeover by us. And so what?
No.
Okay. Hi guys. And so we made notes for this actually. So it's actually scripted. Not scripted, but like you guys know.
No, just do the
What
show.
are you-
No, I'm not. I'm just doing some production.
So
editing.
you guys can't come at me for not having stuff written down like I usually do, because I do this time and.
Do the show.
Okay, so the first thing. Okay, yeah. Okay, we did that already. Okay, so.
The first thing is you did it already.
Yeah, I have introduced ourselves.
Okay.
And
You did that already.
We did that. And my next thing is to make sure to make fun of you sitting in the back. You're sitting in the back. Okay. So this is the Shira episode, and so first I'm gonna ask you a question and you can answer it.
This is the filler episode for your show. Oh my god, I'm a filler.
Okay. Our first question that many of you viewers may be wondering is what exactly is Shira in the Princesses of Power?
I have no idea. I think
Well,
it's the He-Man,
so
You
right?
can
great.
explain what it is.
Oh,
Take the notes. Take the notes.
Isn't it essentially just
It's better.
like?
than
Isn't it like He-Man's friend?
Well, Shira is the spin-off of like the 1990s show of it was originally
Was
like,
it 90? It was 80s, wasn't it?
something like
It was some time
Wait a
period
second.
before
Wait
now.
a second.
A while
Time out. You can't say the 80s and the 90s something like that. They're two very, very different.
Are they?
Yes, Evie. They're
Yeah,
two
they
very
are.
different, decades.
How the original of it was made
Before
many
now.
years ago.
Yeah.
The
It's
legend.
like saying the 60s and the 70s are the same.
No, it was made in the 1820s actually.
That's on point.
It probably was.
No.
Like someone
There
probably
you
put
go.
the story.
She-Ra and the Princess of Power was
No.
made in the 1820s.
Yay!
Shira
It was
Princess of-
stop motion animation with text. Never mind. Go ahead. Next part.
So Shira Princess of Power is a show about a friends to enemies to friends again and then to lovers. So basically friends to enemies to lovers thing. What, you're not gonna help, alright.
I asked the question and I have notes for you. You have to read. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the two main protagonists are this girl named Katra and then this other girl named Adora.
And it's a war.
Yeah, they're in the middle of a war between this place called the Horde and this other place called the Princess Alliance.
That disbanded.
Yeah. Basically.
Who disbanded it?
No, it starts off disbanded.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. Basically, the Horde is run by this dude named. Can I say their names? Or is that.
Yeah, that's
Why
another
can't you
part.
say their names?
Yeah.
Wait, we can't say their names?
No, you can.
She said, "What is Shira? What is the setting? Characters? All of."
These are just plot points.
It's bullet points. No,
Okay.
this how we do our show notes. It's just bullet points to give you like guidance of what to say, but it's not like,
It's not actually the
Okay.
order we go in.
Yes. Greg says it's 1985 Filmation television.
Yeah, that's what I said. 1820, 1985.
That's
same
so
thing.
different. There's nothing like the 1820s and 1985. One's got Michael Jackson, and one's like Master and Commander Far Side of the World with muskets.
Same thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing, just different shapes. So yeah,
Just keep going.
Katra and Adora, they both grew up in the Horde, basically, which is on like.
This side of the war.
Sure, yeah.
These jabronis.
So one day, Katra and Adora go out into the called the Whispering Woods, basically.
They're in the woods now.
Yeah, and they crash the car thing that they were on.
The
Wait,
skiff.
there's a car?
It's a skiff.
It's a skiff.
Is
Get
it a 1985 car though?
No.
Yeah. The skiff.
No.
They had those in 1985.
No.
It's like a
It's like
Chevette,
a space shift. Skiff.
a spaceship. Okay, keep going.
And so, yeah, we're talking about the remake. The original,
gotcha.
the original is so heterosexual. Oh yeah, Katra and Adora both lived
It was the
through this.
80s. What did you expect?
Oh, yeah.
Gay. What do you mean? It's the 80s. That's what you should expect. Gay. It's the 80s. Anyways, they go into the woods,
It wasn't very overt.
crash their skiff into a tree. They get separated. Adora finds the sword. She picks up the sword, and then she turns into Shira.
But when she gets the
Princess of
sword, does she
Power.
hold the sword up and say, "I have the power"?
No, she goes,
No.
for the honor
No,
of Grayskull.
not
Wait,
the first time.
did you say for the otter of Grayskull?
honor.
No.
For
Lucy,
the honor of
she said otter of Grayskull. What's the otter of Grayskull? And
Give
does
me
he
these
crack?
notes.
Does he crack clams on his tummy?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so essentially, I'm going to talk about the setting now because I'm really good at this kind of stuff. No offense. So anyway, the setting takes place in these three different areas. There's the everywhere is Etherea. They live in the world of Etherea, but inside there's the two sides, as you mentioned before. There's the Horde, and there is Bright Moon, which all the princesses kind of. Well, they don't all live on Bright Moon, but like
only one of them is in Bright Moon.
yeah, but like Bright Moon's like the base for the
it's
princesses.
Their headquarters.
Yeah, it's the like HQ. So anyway, so we have the Horde, which is kind of like in the the oranges and the reds, and it's kind of like all.
There's colors.
Yeah, it's like orange and
You
red.
said it was 1820s.
And black
We're
and
talking
gray.
about the remake.
And it's kind of like, like a war zone. Like they're like the big bads, but they're not actually all bad. Like they're not bad at all. It's just perceived that way. So the next people are Bright Moon, and they're like in light pinks and light purples.
I have
and
questions too, by the way, just so you know.
Okay, yeah. It's like light blues and stuff, and they're all the perceived the good people, but they're really actually just the same as other people. Just all that stuff. So there's the two different settings. And
is it two different? It's still the same setting. It's two.
Yeah, it's all in Etherea.
Two different areas in the same.
You
setting.
are like 6 inches from smacking Lucy in the face.
Okay.
Because every 2 seconds you get closer and closer to their nose. Okay.
So our next thing is we're gonna talk about the characters. So we have.
Let me take a question, Lucy. Do you feel safe right now?
Very.
Okay, so we have Adora and Katra.
I just do this. We
have Adora and Katra, as mentioned before, but then we have Bo and Glimmer, who are from Bright Moon, but they're best friends, and then Adora meets them. Yeah, it's all in the first episode.
Who's
just watch
Bo and Glimmer?
They're the best friends.
It's 2 people.
Yeah.
How?
Okay.
And then we have Angela, which is Glimmer's mom, and we have Mermista, Frosta, Scorpio, Perfuma, and Entrapta, and those are all the other members of the Princess Alliance. And then we have Hordak and what is Wives? Who's that?
Cinderella and Natasha. I thought I would be answering the question.
Right, so let's.
So then we have Hordak, which is like the leader of the Horde people. So now we're gonna talk about.
Back up. What was there a D on the end of that word?
Hordak.
Okay. Listen, Evie. Let's go back for a second, okay?
How about I break them down?
And let's talk about the setting itself, because again, gaming show.
Yeah.
What makes this an interesting setting?
It's a very
It
good
is.
one.
It's very interesting.
So
because it's already in the middle of.
Let Evie shut the hell up and let Lucy talk for a second.
I introduced you to this show.
Exactly.
First off.
Lucy has the wisdom, and you're like.
I'm gonna pull up the quiz for you, Dad.
Oh yeah, you're taking the quiz.
Yeah, you answer that while I pull.
I have questions though, but let Lucy speak.
The Planet of Etherea. Obviously it's set in an alternate universe to our own, because there's magic and stuff. It was cast into what's the Milky Way? That's a
galaxy.
It was cast into the galaxy of Despondos, away from all the other planets.
That's rough.
I know. It's so sad.
It's tough.
So Etherea is it's this planet kind of like Earth, except it's like Earth but magical. Like there's deserts, there's snowy places, there's woods, whispering woods.
It's like Orlando.
Yeah. And then the reason why it would be great for like a campaign setting is because there's all these different like creatures in the whispering woods and just everywhere. Plus there are lots of different types of characters. Like in the Horde there's this one guy named Rahelio, and he's a he's a lizard dude. Katra is a cat woman. Like her breed, I guess, is called a magic cat. She's just a cat person. There's humans. There's literal goddesses. Angela, the queen of Bright Moon, she's immortal. She's a god.
Let's take a step back for a second. Lucy, you've talked about cats and cat people.
Yeah.
And from being a young kid in the 80s. I know that Battle Cat was a thing in He-Man, because I had a Battle Cat, and it was this Battle Cat toy for my He-Man action figures. So the question is, there's a lot of cats in Etherea, apparently. And my question is, with all these cat people, how did Netflix get the rights to this, and was Tiger King at all involved?
Tiger King was not involved.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And it's technically, it is kind of a remake, but it's also kind of its own thing, because like somebody in the chat said, the remake is way different from the original. Like it's very different. So
DreamWorks.
Yeah.
Is it DreamWorks?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I legit didn't know that. I kind of like kept a little bit of track of this, like try to follow a little bit so I have some idea what's going on, which I don't. But
I don't do that.
I'm not prepared for this quiz. So how's this quiz gonna work?
It's just gonna tell you which character you are.
Okay.
Because we need. So while you take this, we'll discuss who we are.
You don't want me to go through, take the question?
Yeah.
It's just like personality questions.
How would your BFFs describe you? Passionate, adventurous, loyal, nerdy, intelligent, or fierce? There's no snarky?
Nerd.
Okay.
Freaking nerd.
Choose a color, green. Pick a Disney princess to fight beside. Oh, that's tough. Merida, Mulan, Cinderella, Belle, Tiana, Rapunzel. Like, do I want their fighting abilities or do I want their ability to, like, augment me? So I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter Rise, and I know I have to eat every time I go out and hunt. So I'm going to go with, like, Tiana because she makes beignets. So I don't really need her fighting for me, but I'll take...
She can't make beignets in the woods.
Yes, she can. Tiana can make beignets. Yes, she can. Choose a snack to eat after a long day of fighting. Veggies, fruit salad, cookie, popcorn candy, or guac. Pick a song to dance to a princess prom. I don't know. Wait a second.
That's a thing.
Sweet Creature by Harry Styles. I don't know that song. My by Troye Sivan. I don't know that song. Consequences by Camila Cabello. I don't know that song. I Miss You by Blink-182. I don't know. That's kind of my era. Ed Sheeran, no.
Ew.
Whitney Houston's before my era. I'm going to say Blink-182. Finally, choose a Netflix character to date. Well, this isn't awkward a little bit because versus Steve Harrington from Stranger Things, who's like 12. Harvey Kinkle from Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, no. Pusey Washington from Orange is the New Black. And I'm fairly sure she's not into guys, so I'm not going to go that route. Elena Alvarez from One Day at a Time, she looks 12. Theo Crane from The Haunting of Hill House. And Guzman from Elite. These are all kids. I literally will get canceled saying I'm going to date any of these people.
It's a kid's show. Then say who you would want to be friends with.
It doesn't give me that option.
Well, we're changing it.
Just
pick your bestie.
I'm just gonna pick one, and no one's gonna know what it was. I'm Katra.
No!
You're cunning, misunderstood, and loyal. Like Katra, you're someone who isn't afraid to make decisions. While you present a tough exterior, deep down, you have a heart that belongs with the Tiger King. You often take a little while to warm up to new people, but you often say the phrase, "Hey, all you cool cats and kittens." What's wrong with Katra? Why can't I be Katra?
That's who she is.
Well, what's wrong with Katra? Take us back.
So,
I don't understand why Katra's a bad thing.
It's kind of interesting because I'm a Dora, so it's kind of...
What's this mean? Why is it a bad thing?
I'll tell you after the show. I'll tell you after the show. We can't get canceled on live, Dad.
Okay. All right. They're making fun of Arise. All right.
No,
let's
heterochromia is a real thing.
Let's move this story forward here. So, are there any parting comments you want to make on the show?
Yes. You guys should all watch Shira. It's really good.
Very good.
It's only like
you should all watch Shira. It's really good.
I know it says it's for 7-year-olds, but it's not for 7-year-olds. If you're 7-year-olds and you can watch this show,
it's literally only for like really anxious or really mentally ill teenagers. That's the only people who watch it.
So it's like My So-Called Life.
Yeah.
With like,
it's so good.
Claire Danes and stuff. That was like my generation's Shira then. Was My So-Called Life. Moving on. All right, let's take ourselves out of the Shira moment here and conversation and into Kickstarter shout-outs, of which we have none. I don't know any Kickstarters going on right now, so if you know any Kickstarters that you think we should be talking about, please let us know. And you can email Judge Evie at dccjudgeevie@gmail.com.
That's me.
And she can tell us about them. Next week, we'll have an all Judge Evie Presides episode of the show, so that'll be fun. Road Crew shout-outs. So, the big thing here, we finally have a game day scheduled in the Dungeon Tavern. So, which is cool. We have people
do?
coming over. I mean, I do.
Which
and
one?
and you're welcome to play. So Mark and Andy are coming, and Tristan's coming, and maybe have other friends, and we're gonna play The Expanse.
Wait, which Tristan?
You don't know Tristan, but his ass fell off.
What?
It's a long story, but he says LMAO so often on Discord, decided his ass fell off, and he has no ass. It's like literal at this point. It's tough.
No. I always thought people were saying that to me, and I thought they just were misspelling lame-o, and I was like, why are you calling me a lame-o? And they're like, it's not what it means.
The other shout out is that DCC Day is Saturday, June 26th. So get in on that. Judge Evie, where can people find us on
They can.
lines?
Wait, can I see it? I forget what we're called on some of them.
No, you shouldn't just know it. Just explain it.
You can find us at Living for Crits.
No, no, it's not.
You can find us at I Live for Crits on Twitter.
Yeah.
You can find us at Living for Crits on Instagram and search Living for Crits on YouTube.
Lucy, thank you so much for joining us this week.
Yes.
And we hope that all your wildest dreams have come true now that you are famous in front of all the dozens of followers that we have.
Look at all the 4 of them.
The tens of dozens. All right, folks. Well, have a great night. Be safe. Be healthy. Be kind. Be cool. Judge Evie, you have to hit the button.
I'm doing
Wear
outro
your
ASMR.
masks.
Oh, outro ASMR. Yeah.
You have to go first.
No.
Go up to the camera and say something in ASMR.
No.
You have to.
No.
You have to say
You have
outro
to.
ASMR. You have. It's a thing.
You have to.
Yeah, that's how we end every show. I'll go first. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
You can
I need an
demonstrate.
example.
Yeah, do one. Letters are not afraid.
You can say something.
No, you're on.
No, I go last. You cannot fight me on this one. I always go last.
You have to say something,
Think
Lucy.
of what
Sorry.
What should I say?
I don't know.
Just whatever you want to say.
Something
Something
random in
that's
this room.
connected to Shira.
Yeah, go say something.
Frost as a child. She's 11. She is.
People would know that if they watched the show.
Yeah.
Madame Raz is pretty swanky.
I love Madame Press.
Good night,
Night,
everyone.
guys.